Welcome to the clinical skills video for administering a nebulized drug. Prior to performing this procedure on a patient, you must ensure that you have obtained verbal consent, explain to the patient about the procedure you're about to perform. You must also inquire about any history of any adverse reactions or allergies to the drugs that you may be about to administer. You must ensure that you then wash your hands thoroughly using the 11-stage approach. And then assemble your equipment. You will need a compressor or oxygen supply via a flow meter on the wall, tubing, a nebulizer chamber, a mouthpiece or mask, and the solution or drug that you are going to nebulize. You may need to use a mouthpiece and not a mask if your patient has a glaucoma, as this exacerbates the condition. You must check the prescription chart to ensure that the appropriate drug has been prescribed to the appropriate patient and that you have selected the correct solution for nebulization. Check the expiry date and that the seal is intact on the drug. You must then assemble your equipment. You'll now have a mask or mouthpiece, nebulizer chamber, oxygen tubing. Unseal the solution container and the nebulizer reservoir and fully empty the full solution that you are administering to the patient into the nebulizer chamber. Put the lid back on and then attach the mask to the nebulizer chamber. Attach the oxygen tubing to the bottom of the nebulizer chamber, and then the other end either be connected to the compressor unit that you're using or the oxygen supply via the flow meter. If you're using a compressor, it would obviously need to be plugged into the mains. Place the mask over the patient's face, turn on the oxygen or the compressor, and then deliver between 6 to 8 litres of oxygen. Ensure that the aerosol vapour is being produced effectively and instruct your patient to breathe normally and avoid talking whilst the treatment is taking place. Document appropriately on the prescription chart that the drug has been delivered, and periodically during the procedure check on the patient to ensure that they are well. Sometimes you may need to tap slightly on the nebulizer mask as the droplet of the vapour drug rise to the top of the chamber. Once the nebulizer is complete, dispose of all equipment appropriately. Nebulizer masks and chambers can be kept for up to 24 hours and reused and cleaned in between use, but for single patient use only. Ensure that the patient's welfare after the procedure. In summary, prepare the patient and confirm their identity. Check for any allergies and adverse reactions. Wash your hands. Assemble and prepare all equipment and drugs, ensuring an aseptic non-touch technique. Place the mask on the patient, turn on the compressor or the oxygen flow meter, and if using an oxygen flow meter, ensure this is at 6 to 8 litres. Dispose of all equipment safely, complete any documentation in the patient's notes.